Do you know your happy place? How often do you go there? Let's talk about happiness a little bit today. I mean, like for reals happiness, not like the, yeah, I'm happy. Or when somebody asks you, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine. Right? No, let's talk about truly being really in a good place and feeling really happy. It doesn't happen all the time. And when we are in that place, we know that, life's going to happen and stuff's going to come up. I get all of that. I totally understand it. I'm not asking you to be a medicated idiot or, something like that. I'm just saying, are you happy? Are you in a place of real, true happiness? Are there specific things, action, thoughts, deeds, whatever that you do that make you feel happy? I think of the movie, the one with Robin Williams where he's playing Peter Pan. Um, Great, great movie. And the book was actually written by Terry Brooks. Hook is the movie, in case you're wondering. And he can't fly because he can't remember his happy place. And it's such a great uh, example, really, of the biggest problem with growing up. Is we completely give up happiness for all the things we're supposed to do. And yeah, there's a lot of responsibilities and things that we got to cover and bills and all that kind of blah blah blah, grown up stuff. What is the phrase that's so popular these days? Adulting, which totally cracks me up every time I hear it. But it's just that way, right? And sometimes being a grown up ain't no fun. And what we'd really like to do is just be a kid. And unfortunately, there is far too many people that they just do that. They move back in with their mom and dad, or they, get on assistance or whatever, and they just play video games all day. And we all know people like that. And many of us make fun of those. I'm just saying, okay? And I'm not saying that, that particular video game, that television show, that whatever, may not be truly your happy place. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. There is totally a balance to life. But as I was looking at it over the course of this last week, I realized something. I've spent a lot of time just diving deeply into my music, and mostly what I've put out is songs that I've written before, and just really kind of rediscovering, hopefully a little more modernized, although some of them they're probably massive throwbacks, but either way, versions of the music. And I think that's cool, and it really has helped me see the balance, because too often, too easily, we go into that adultness, that grown up, and we stay there and we never do the things that make us happy. Singing, reading, watching that television show, playing that video game, those kind of things. I mean, there is the ditch, and we talked about that one already, but I think the ditch most of us ride in is the ditch where we're so far away from the things that make us happy that we're never really happy. Not really. It's too bad. I know I've been in that place for so long. And although I'm not in the what I call zombie syndrome, where, I was living like a dead person, I also wasn't in that really happy, like truly fulfilled place, because I wasn't in my happy place. I wasn't allowing the music to flow through me, which is really what those of us that are, creatives do. It's not that we have to be creative. It's that creativity has to flow through us. I know those of you that are creatives, you totally understand what I'm talking about. And we've got to be in that place. There's this weird thing, that they call work-life balance, and I don't think it really exists. I think everybody, is always juggling that. That's a whole nother discussion we could have another time. But I want to encourage you, first of all, no, I'm no relation to Jason Kidd, or his father, whose name actually is Steve. but he's a great basketball player. And there is actually probably a very high probability that going way back, that, our families are related. Um, anyway, but anyway, what I was saying, thanks for your comment, Union. I appreciate that. Um, we need to make sure that we're taking the time to be in that place of joy, really experience actual real happiness. Joy is more often possibility. It's knowing that things are going to be good and being able to rejoice in darkness sometimes is joy. But happiness, we need that endorphin, that dopamine, that happiness of, I really enjoy doing this thing. So again, I want to hear from you. I want to hear, do you know what your happy place is? Do you know the things that make you happy? And then secondly, how often do you actually go there? And if you're not really going there, is there a reason why? And is there something that we could do to change it? I'd love to hear from you. I'm so glad you're here with me. I hope you're happy, safe, warm, and loved. Did I say? I did, but let's say it again. Happy. And then until we're together again next time, I hope you have a great week.